The Sacramento Kings are able to hold off the Clippers in LA, who were without Paul George. Did you see that? Domantas Sabonis with another triple-double. Captain Sabonis out there holding it down. In LA, the Sacramento Kings were able to defeat the LA Clippers 123-107, which brings the Sacramento Kings record to 33-23. And the the Los Angeles Clippers are now 37-29. And the Sacramento Kings have moved up to 5th place in the West, up from 7th place. Right behind the Clippers, who they just beat, who are 37-19. And the Kings are right now 4 games behind the Clippers. So there's a top 4, and then there's a bottom 5, with Sacramento at the top of that bottom 5 right now, which each of these teams are only separated by a half a game between the Suns, Pelicans, and the Mavericks. And then the Lakers and Warriors are right there, 2.5 games behind the Kings. Today is February 26, 2024, and I appreciate you for joining me. Hopefully you're here for the whole video. What's going on with all my folks out there? And what's going on YouTube? And what's going on with all my folks out there? And all you Kings fans? It's your guy, Jay Woods, aka Shy the Man, and I'm back at you with another episode of the Kings Morning After Midday Cup of Joe with Jay. I've already had a refill, charged up, ready to go. And today is Monday. Motivational Monday.
Baby, I'ma be a motivation.
Yeah.
Go.
Get motivated and get ready for the work week. Motivated Monday. My cup of joe for today is that the Kings are on a roll, man. We got to get it. We got to get it right now. This is their 3rd straight win, and they have won 4 out of the past 6. So we need to keep this roll going. Every time we play a Western Conference team, they need to keep it going. Captain Sabonis out there beasting up with his partner Fox. Unfortunate they didn't get all-star considerations, because in my eyes, they are all-stars. Especially the way Sabonis has been playing very consistent, especially with the consistency of Sabonis getting double-doubles every night, like 38 straight double-doubles now at this point, and being the lead leader in triple-doubles. And you can't tell me those are empty stats when they're winning and moving up in the Western Conference. Those are not empty stats. Any team could use a rebounder and a guy that gets a ton of assists, and they're able to anchor their offense off a guy like a big man like that. So you can't tell me those are empty stats. And really, the Kings just really need to find that 3rd guy. Right now, it's a different guy on a nightly basis, which is fine for now. You know, Malik Monk, he comes off the bench, but sometimes he's that 3rd guy. Harrison Barnes had a great game, so, you know, sometimes he's that 3rd guy. But right now, the Kings just need to keep going. They need to keep fighting, and they need to keep playing how they're playing. It doesn't matter if anybody notices them. It doesn't matter if ESPN takes note. They don't even show the game that they don't even show the win that we had last night. They had 3 matchups yesterday, and they didn't even show the highlights of our game, even though we had a damn near a wire-to-wire win against one of the top Western Conference teams. Even if Paul George was injured, this is still a great win. That's my cup of joe. 1 creamer, no sugar. Quick stats. The Clippers have 5 guys in double figures last night. Their leading scorer was Norman Powell, who played in the place of Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard and James Harden both pitched in with 20 points. Not a super high scoring game for them, or for the Clippers in particular. I guess tonight they really could have used Paul George scoring. James Harden with 8 assists, Kawhi Leonard with 8 rebounds. And for the Kings, the leading scorer was De'Aaron Fox with another over 30-point game. 33 points for De'Aaron Fox, 22 points for Harrison Barnes. Good on you, Harrison Barnes, for showing up, pitching in, helping out Sabonis and Fox out there with the scoring. Sabonis had 17, Herter with 15. Domantas Sabonis with 15 rebounds. Keegan Murray even pitched in with 8 rebounds, which is great. Domantas Sabonis also leader in assists, our point center with 12 assists for the game. De'Aaron also pitched in with 7 assists. And our dog Malik Monk off the bench with 12 points. Davion Mitchell got some good time as well. He pitched in with 6 points. I love it. Light the beam chants in Clipperland. Light the beam. Light the beam. That's right. That's right. Light the beam chants in Clipperland. I love it. So last night, the Clippers didn't shoot that well from 3. They shot about 29%. The Kings shot decent at 40% from 3, which is pretty good. 81% from free throw, which is decent. It's good for this team who doesn't shoot free throws well, but they still need to get better. Clippers had 95% from free throw. The rest of the stats were pretty much even. Kings had 54 points in the paint. Clippers had 62. I test. I'm gonna give the Kings an eye test. Yeah, man. This was a very good victory. Even without Paul George being in the game, this is a very good team. They're a pretty deep team. They have climbed up the Western Conference charts and are in 4th place, as I said earlier, 4 games ahead of the Kings currently at this moment. So it's going to be a pretty tall task to go ahead and get any higher and crack that 4th spot. The Kings would literally have to win 4 games in a row, and the Clippers would have to lose 4 games in a row. It's the equivalent of that. But what the Kings just really need to do is keep winning, keep this winning streak going as long as possible, and get more winning streaks. You know, if you lose a game, you lose a game, but snap out of it and get a string of wins after that. They can't go on these losing streaks. They can't be going win, a loss, win, a loss. And they need to start showing that they can be a dominant force in this league on this stretch to on this playoff run. With Sabonis anchoring these guys, leading in assists and rebounds, he is pretty much being that consistent force down low that the Kings need. And right there on defense, D'ing guys up. Harrison Barnes had a decent game. And this is one of those games that the Kings can prototype as a way to beat other teams in the future. Harrison Barnes did a great job scoring, and he also did a decent job on defense. Keegan Murray seems to be in a little bit of a sophomore slump, and Kevin Huerter starting to hit his shots a little bit more regularly. This is great. These are all things the Kings need. The Kings kind of kept a shorter lineup yesterday, playing Davion Mitchell and Duarte about similar time, and Trey Lyles and Kessler Edwards tracking the lineup either. But no backup centers. Nobody played center besides Sabonis, and I think Trey Lyles backed them up. So we didn't see Lynn, and we haven't seen much of JaVale McGee recently. I'm not sure what's going on with him. But yeah, Mike Brown is shortening his lineup a little bit. I wonder if this is coming up for the playoffs, but they're going to need their centers. So interesting that they didn't play. Yeah, Kings need to prototype this game, keep playing the strong defense they were playing. They were double teaming Harden at times, double team Kawhi Leonard at times. I really like the defense they were playing, and use this as a way to play in the future. And that's my eye test. And bottom line, the Kings morning after. Bottom line. Today's bottom line is pretty much, I said a lot of the stuff in my eye test that's pretty much bottom line. Kings need to just go ahead and use this game as a prototype and just keep going at this pace, keep playing the way they're playing. It seems like they've added a little bit of extra defense. It seems like they're double teaming. In my opinion, they still need to close out on 3 a little bit better. These guys are really slow to close out on 3. It's like they're scared to get burned by. You know, of course, you know, you can get blown by, but you also don't want to give guys wide open 3-pointers at the same time. So just get better at their closeouts and keep that strong defense into the future. And they're going to need it because they have a hard run of games coming up. Next game is at home versus Miami. So they will be at home. And I want to say Butler got into a fight, so he's going to be suspended for this game. So it's another game that the Kings need to go ahead, and it's a Eastern team that's usually in the playoffs. So it's a tester game. It's a tester game to see how good they are against the Eastern Conference teams too, which play a lot of defense. So They need to go in, take that game seriously, even though Butler's not going to be there, and go ahead and try to win that game out. And then after that, they're on the road facing Denver and Minnesota. So good on them that they won tonight. They need to string together a few more victories, in my opinion, and keep note of this Western Conference. And that's my bottom line. Next up, like I just said, we have Miami Heat coming up, and that game is Monday, February 26th. The Sacramento Kings in Miami versus the Heat. That game will be on at 7 p.m. our time. Be there, be square, and also check back with me the day after for another review of that game. Subscribe so that you can be there when I drop that next review. And the Heat will not have their captain, Jimmy Butler, out there. They will have Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez, Bam Adebayo, Nikola Jovic, Scary Terry Rozier, Duncan Robinson. And they have Kevin Love and Caleb Martin, Josh Richardson also. They have a good mix of veterans and they have a good mix of young guys coming into the league. This is a strong team, usually a playoff team. They made it to the conference finals last year. Without Jimmy Butler, though, you know, we have a good opportunity to host them and go ahead and stomp on their necks, hopefully. Three keys to the victory. In replacement, we're going to probably see Tyler Hero trying to score a lot, Bam Adebayo in the post, and Scary Terry Rozier. I think who will probably take Jimmy Butler's place as the two guard. And Terry Rozier is a great shooter and a great scorer. We can't let Terry Rozier score more than 20 points, or at that point, he's going crazy. And can't let Tyler Hero come off the screens hitting jumpers. And Bam Adebayo, somebody's obviously going to have to put a chest on him and try to make things difficult for him. And the Kings can beat the Heat team. Betting line. So the Kings have a little bit of a back-to-back. They are playing tonight. And like I said, they are at home. Right now, currently the betting line is the Kings to win. Their favorites 7.5. And on a straight-up bet, they're negative 290 to win the game. So if you bet the spread and you want to win some money, you'd have to say that the Kings are going to win by at least 8. So that's saying something. The people out in Vegas think that the Kings are going to kind of beat the Heat tonight by a pretty good amount, by about 8 points. What do you think about that? If you want to do some sports betting, use the link below. I use BetUS. Click that link below and you can check out BetUS as well. It's a great sports betting site. It's got a sports book in there and all the sports are in there, and it's straight up. It's easy to use. You could even do parlay bets on there. And I'm in California, so I can't bet on the other apps, but BetUS lets me bet on there. So if you want a sports bet, use the link below. Thank you. And I got a question. How do you feel about the Kings' play of late? They are on a 3-game winning streak, beating teams like the Los Angeles Clippers. And they have a game tonight, back-to-back versus the Heat at home. How do you feel? They have 4 games behind the Clippers. What place do you think the Kings are going to wind up in when it's all said and done, when the playoffs start? What's your opinion? Let me know in the comments below. Make a comment below. Also, guys, if you're still watching up to this point, I ask you that you please click that like button. It will help me get more eyes on the channel. I'm new, but I'm trying to grow the channel so we can do some more fun stuff. Also, click that subscribe button. If you're a Kings fan and you like to hear Kings news, you like talking Kings, you can't get enough Kings talk, go ahead and click that subscribe button, and I'll be doing a review after every Kings game. Thanks, I appreciate that as well. Also, make a comment. Comments help the channel. And if you can, share the content. Why not? Throw my content anywhere. I don't care. Any social media. Say, hey, look at this guy. He does Kings talk. He's pretty good, or he's pretty bad. I don't care. Share it. Also, comment, help. Comment on anything. Comment on the weather. Comment on the Kings. Comment on how I'm doing. I appreciate the comments as well. And I have a motivational quote for you guys today. Like the beat, like the beat. I have an excellent quote for you guys today, and it goes like this. This is by Lou Holtz, by the way. Your talent determines what you can do. Your motivation determines how much you're willing to do, and your attitude determines how well you do it. Excellent quote by Lou Holtz. Your talent determines what you can do. Your motivation determines how much you're willing to do. And your attitude determines how well you will do it. Excellent quote. And that's pretty much all that I have for you guys today. I appreciate you for joining me. Hopefully you'll return back for another episode of The King's Morning After. Midday Cup of Joe with Jay. I need to reheat my Joe, but I'm telling you, it's done its job. I'm up. I'm awake. But like I said, thanks for joining me. Hopefully you'll come back tomorrow. There's a game tonight, so hopefully you'll come back tomorrow for another review. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. It'll help me out, and it'll remind you about my next review. So please check it out, help the channel out, make a comment, let me know what you think. And other than that, I'm out. But before you go, check out these moves. It's good.